So, I guess you can say this war is finally over. So we got some big ass news, I guess you could say. I don't know if this was the announced news that I did, personally, if that was my, on my video, but, I did get this tip off anyone from my delusion, so it's pretty cool that it is confirmed that, you know, next week and the, next week after, like, Fairy Tail will have 3 chapters in a row, and also a special, chapter as well, coming out on the 8th issue on July 20th. But we'll get that earlier because of the, you know, scanlators and all that. They managed to take them beforehand, so we probably might get that next week or so. I don't know if that's just going to be like a special gag one or like an OVA type of story, but you know, it was pretty cool that we're getting that. And not to mention, there will be like color pages in each of them, so that is very good. But overall, this chapter itself, if we get into that, I really didn't like it. It was more like, I guess you could say this was more a taster of what the dragons were, but they didn't really do anything. That's the problem. You know, we had that whole stuff of saying, you know, oh, Grey would die or do this. I guess that was warning that you guys are not even ready yet to take on the dragons. I guess that's what it was, but in such a cheap way, because in all of this was just all like a little tease. That's all this was. Like, all the dragons disappeared. You know, there was something interesting between, like, the princess and the Jade Dragon, saying, you know, hey, we got the same name and all that. Like, we got, like, because her name's Hisui, or Hisui, so, that means Jade in Japanese, so it's like, it's saying, hey, we're the same, basically, and I was like, oh, we're the same, and, you know, the rest of the dragons sort of took it like bitches, and just said, yo, we gotta go back to our own time, and he's saying, yo, I'll never forget you, Natsu, and Future Rogue was just like, saying, you know, oh, the reason I turned bad is because Frosh died, and he's saying the darkness within me is permanent, they come to consume me, and he's saying, you know, like, you better be there, or say, like, you better make sure that I protect, Frosh in a year's time, or Frosh will be killed. It's like, that's a freaking cat, man, like, like, no one gives a shit about cat death. I think when, like, Lecter was supposedly dead, I think all I did was clap, like, at the side. But we get to see, like, the timeline rounded for, like, Future Lucy's one, and saw her, like, everyone back together, which, you know, that was nice. Like, it was nice to see, you know, but I guess you could say the Grand Magic Games is now officially over, so I don't know whether or not I might do an arc review on it, like, because personally I still don't really enjoy this arc out of all the others I've seen. But the next chapters, I believe they're called The Great Dance Tournament, The Starfrost Essence, and Gift. So I have no idea what they are, but what really pointed out to me in this one was Mavis saying, you know, none of them could beat a dragon. So these guys need to get off their asses. I guess 388 is just for them celebrating, but I think the next 2, they need to get off their ass and freaking train, because you guys cannot do this. In a year's time, something's gonna happen. That's just a fact. But it's really cool that we're gonna see like a lot of progression, since apparently Hero's been doing this since January, working on these chapters. But I don't know, he should have really focused a little bit more on the story with this arc. But that's all from me, everyone. So thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, Let's Panda. And I'll see you next time, people.